So here we are, Pine Creek, Grootbrak Rivier. Just settled ourselves in for a week. Start of our long-term camping, and then 7 days in we get an orange level 8 warning that there's a cut-off flow coming with some big floods. You can see we're right on the river here, Grootbrak Rivier, and right on the bend of a river as well. So the river's coming. I spoke to the owner earlier, and he said that the last time it flooded here was in 2024, and the water came up right up until you can see the ablutions in the background there. So it can get pretty hectic. We've set our tent up, 2 tents, one for the bedroom and living space, one for the kitchen. Got a gazebo up for sort of our cooking area, and we sit there and eat while if it's raining. So this is basically how it's set up. We've got a 6 by 9 meter tarp over the top covering everything with a storm net as well. I've set it up as best as I could for a first timer. We'll see what happens when the storm comes. I'm probably going to lower some of those just to make it taut on the outsides and make sure the water all runs down and it stops the wind. Will come through. You can see over here plenty of guy ropes and pegs, but yeah, that's necessary. I mean, the wind in this place can get quite hectic, and the storm that's coming is quite severe. But we also spoke to them. The Wolverhampton Dam is currently at 54%, and that's the one that leads into this river, and the dam that feeds the Wolverhampton is at 75%, so we've got a little bit of breathing room there. But the storm is expected tomorrow. Today is Tuesday the 5th, and the storm is expected to arrive on Wednesday the 6th. So let's see what happens. This is our little spot. We've got some contingencies in place in case it does go a little bit heavy, and the owner also said that they will come through and warn us with enough time in case we need to evacuate. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated. Right, it's 7:30 in the evening on Tuesday. You can't see it, but I'm sure you can hear the rain has started. It's coming down quite heavily now. The wind speed is about 20 kilometers an hour. It's not bad. You can see that, well, I don't know if you can see, the tops are not even moving really much. But at about 2 o'clock tomorrow morning, going through all day tomorrow, the wind's going to come up really strongly with gusts up to around about 55-56 kilometers an hour. So what I'm going to do is just reinforce the front of the tarp over here. I had it open so that there weren't guy ropes at our entrance, but for tonight and for tomorrow I'm going to put an extra set of guy ropes along the front of the tarp. Right, so the extra guy ropes are on. I've put 2 stabilizers on the tarp itself, but the actual load is being held by these guy ropes over here, which are connected directly to the storm net. So that's what's taking the strain. And then around the back I did the same thing. I won't go out there now, it's raining, but at the end of the day what I want is for the tent, the tarp, to be held down by the storm net. So that's where I've put the back ones on as well. Let's see how it holds out tonight in the wind. Good morning everybody. Well, update, last night the rains came and it's been raining the whole night solid, and it didn't let up. Our infrastructure held up incredibly well. For all of those of you, I know a number of you asked about the tarp, was it waterproof and so on. There's not one leak or anything like that. I'm standing outside in the dry under the tarp. It's held up beautifully. We did some extra strapping on stormlet last night just in front of the tent, just to make sure that it holds down in the rain, in the wind. The winds came through earlier this morning, and the infrastructure held up incredibly well. So you can see it's raining. I can't notice a significant rise in the river or anything like that, but I'm not that experienced with this river, so we'll wait and see. But thank you so much for all your messages. Thanks for caring. We really appreciate it. We're going to start off with a little bit of coffee, and then we'll take it from there. Thanks very much. Hi everybody, Kev here. As I speak, I'll just pan across so that you can see the river and what what's actually happening here. The rain is light at the moment. Wind is gusting a little bit. But I just spoke to the owner of Pine Creek. An absolute gentleman, keeps us informed all the time. And there are certain key elements to the potential flooding here at Pine Creek. So I'll go through them with you, and then you can understand what it is that is helping us to make our decisions as we progress with this. So the first key decision is the Wolvedance Dam and the level of the Wolvedance Dam. It's currently sitting close to 55%, which is relatively low. So if it was higher at in the 80s, 90s, or close to 100, obviously then the risk is very high. So the risk from overflow from the Wolvedance Dam is low. So that's a key element in terms of potential flooding here. The other element is the Groot Brakrivier mouth, the estuary, which according to the video that I watched from Mossel Bay Advertiser, the teams worked on that last night, and they've created a path so that when the river reaches a certain level, it will break through into the sea, which will then reduce the level of the river as well. But the actual level of the river hasn't risen much at all overnight. We've been monitoring it. Benny, the owner, has been monitoring it as well, and continues to do so through the day, through the night as well, and keeping us informed. So for now, the risk is lower. Nothing is impossible, obviously, but the risk is lower for flooding based on those elements that I've spoken about. And I'll continue to keep you informed as we go along and as we learn more, and obviously as the weather comes in through the course of today, because obviously the big storm is apparently coming tonight, and we will see how that all goes as well. Hi everyone, it's Kev here again. I've zoomed in, so excuse if this is a little bit shaky, but just to give a point of reference in terms of the height of the river at the moment, there where you're seeing the fence go into the river, the very lowest rung, the pole below it was probably about 40 centimeters, 30 to 40 centimeters or so sticking out of the water. There's probably about, I don't know, 10 centimeters now left above it, but that's what we've been using as a point of reference as well. So you can see the rain is light. Let's zoom out again so that we can just move without shaking too much. There we go, and you can see it's very pleasant drizzle, to be honest with you. Quite nice, understanding of course that the big rains are supposed to still come tonight. But so yeah, the river definitely has risen a little bit, but we'll keep you posted in terms of the height. We'll keep monitoring that little spot over there. Hi everybody, it's me again. You can see we've got fire going on Tchano Braai, and you can see the weather today is absolutely beautiful. I think it's going to peak at 21 degrees C and little to no breeze. I've got the offspring across, they're coming to visit us, my son, my daughter. We're celebrating Mother's Day today, so happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. The reason we're doing it today is because tomorrow's forecast some rain, so we thought we would take advantage of the good weather. Update on the last 2 days, what we've been doing. Cleaning up around the tent. We grabbed all of our dirty clothes and our wet towels and all that kind of a thing. Took a drive because it was raining, but it's just down the drag here to the laundromat that's in the resort itself. Really cool, well kitted. Popped our washing into the laundry, into the washing machine, and then into the tumble dryer, so we got all nice clean and dry clothes again. You just walk from here, it's probably about 200 meters or so from where we're camping. To get there, you go past the little donkeys. They've got these cute little donkeys, little miniature donkeys, a mommy, a daddy, and a little baby one, 2 goats. Kids love petting them, our little doggies love greeting them as well. You walk past the children's play area and the putt-putt course, and you go through there to the laundry and get it done, which is really lekker. A little update on the river. You can see it's gone right down. I'm going to do something now. I'm going to try. My wife's probably going to kick my butt for this, but if I just try and zoom into that there where we had it last time, there we go. You can see the water level has dropped. It's gone right below the 3rd bottom rung there, and it was right above the 2nd one, so it had risen probably just over 1 meter in total, but it didn't cross the or breached the actual river bank. You can see the water came through. If I put it down here, the water was through to probably around about, where's my hand? Yeah, probably about here. Yeah, also, just to give an idea. So it was quite high, but it didn't pop over, even though Wolverance Dam did reach 100 point something percent and it start overflowing. But yeah, beautiful day. The river has gone down nicely, and yeah, time to continue enjoying our camping. A lot of other people have started joining us here at the campsite. It's starting to get fuller, and people coming through to enjoy the weekend and a nice day here at Pine Creek. So thanks very much for all of your comments and all your advice. Really appreciated. We really appreciate your thoughts. The fact that we didn't get hit that hard as Knysna and Plet and those places is really just, we just have to be grateful and thankful for that. But again, big shout out to John and Benny here who manage the resort and own the resort. They took care of us, kept us well informed. It was really, really fantastic of them, the way they took care of us. So you guys, everybody, enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch up again soon. Some strong winds coming. I see there's a massive cold front heading towards Cape Town, so we've got the doggies all nice and cozy in their jerseys over here. This little one, she's dossing lekker under her blanket there, and what I'm going to have to do again is just put these additional guy ropes down on the top over here. You can see it's flapping up again, and then what I'll do is I'm going to go and hook it to the storm net, pull the storm net down so that it holds the structure in place. Yeah, the expected winds of probably around gusts of around 80 kilometers an hour tomorrow. I think today maxing out at 50. Okay, here we go. I've rigged the two guy ropes down on the storm net to pull the front forward and sturdy. You can see it's nice and taut. It held out in the last storm, so let's see what happens with the strong winds today and tomorrow. I'll keep you updated. Cheers guys. Goeiemôre almal, is Kev hier. It's nou maandag die 11de Mei. Storm was nie eintlik 'n storm nie, het was 'n bietjie minder as wat voorspel was. Die wind was nie so kwaai nie, maar die rukwinde was 'n bietjie kwaai gisteraand en vanoggend, en ek glo dit sal bietjie erger word as die dag nou aangaan. Maar jy kan sien die tent beweeg nie, alles die wind hoog, die stormnette het lekker goed gehou. Die hondjies, kom ons kyk gou. Hier slaap hulle lekker in hulle bed. Daar's Buddy, daar's Cricket. Lekker gemaklik en warm. So daar sê, so nie so erg soos wat voorspel was. En ja, that was me testing my Afrikaans, guys. I got a lot to practice. But hope you had a good weekend and have a successful and lekker week coming up. Cheers. Hi everybody, Kev here, Wednesday. You can see beautiful day. You're going to see during this video, I didn't record a lot. During the winds, the gusts were so strong, Nay and I had to literally hold on to the inside of the tent to keep the structure from imploding. It was blowing from this side down. You'll see that the side of the tent collapsed. We eventually had to peg it directly to the ground. But I changed the structure. A lot of lessons learned during that. Some great people, Vernon, Ferdi, came and showed me how to change the actual guy ropes. So now I take it down the pole. The one goes straight down to pull the pole actually down firmly to the ground, and the other one across here to hold it sturdy, pulling outwards. I've also made some fixes. I'll show you about that in the video itself. But yeah, compared to the rest of the country, guys, we came off so lightly. So genuinely, we're incredibly grateful. Have a fantastic week, and I'll post again when something interesting happens. Alright, so here's our challenge. After the gusts at 80 plus kilometers an hour, this is the extent of the damage that we took, which we can really be thankful for, to be honest. And this is not a problem of the manufacturer. To be honest with you, I had this as a load-bearing corner on the top instead of allowing the storm net to take the load on that. So when the gust came through, it just ripped the eyelet right out. That's this one here. So what we're going to do is we're going to slide this back in. So we slide that back in, and we're going to use some this industrial tape that's got some reinforcing in it, and we're going to try a little boermaker plan fix, and we'll see how that goes. It's just temporary, just until we can take it and get this corner repaired professionally. Right, that's the finished product. We'll see how it holds out. We're going to just allow it to rest, let the glue of the tape just settle in a little bit, and when the wind is slightly less, we will punch the hole through the middle, and we will use it on the pole but not in load bearing, and see how it holds out. Here's where I've attached the fix. You can see it's very loose. It's just there to hold it up temporarily for now. Big shout out to Mornay. He came through to help me 6:30 or so on Monday night. With getting dark and I was still busy. So thanks Mornay, thanks Butch, really appreciate it. Guys, thanks very much for your comments. I really appreciate that, the tips, the advice. So please keep them coming. Really enjoy the interaction with you guys. Thank you so much. So camping is a lot to do with making the most of the space that you've got, and we've decided that this is not absolutely as efficient as we can get it. So we're going to take, which is our kitchen tent, and we're going to move it from where it is here and just a little bit back, push it back into the corner. You can see there's a lot of wasted space there. So we're going to unpack everything and then move the tent back into the corner at an angle and see how that works out for giving us some extra space. Also down the side here you can see very little space to clean or to walk through or anything like that. So we will move the tent now and let's see how that works out. Right, so that's the tent now nicely emptied out, and we can get started with actually moving the physical tent itself. Let's see how that one goes. Right, that's the kitchen moved. A little bit of home renovation happened there, but you can see now lots more space on the side here, lots more space in the front, and we'll start moving everything back in now. Right, there you go, everything packed in neatly again. Tent is moved. We've also moved the table a little bit forward, so it gives us a little bit of extra space on that side, some working surface there, and we're done. That didn't take long at all. Glad we've done it. Always some challenges. We decided to clean the tent out. We'll move the little kitchen tent. We saw that the gazebo did get affected by the wind. You can see the rest of the poles, support beams are nice and straight. This one took a proper clap and it's now all bent and skew. I'll have to check that out sometime, see what we can do to fix it. Hi everybody, it's Lekker Kamp here. I got a question for all of you. Have you ever had one of those days where you gooi your shirt or your t-shirt on, you go out to the mall, you go trap, you see friends, you get back home, you're standing around with your wife or your hubby, you're having a cup of coffee, and he or she comes up to you and says, "Hey, is your t-shirt not on backwards?" And you check it out and Stru's, and that's the label is on the front. Well, that's not what happened to me today or to us today, but check this out. I'm going to flip this over. We gooi the tent up. This is now 3 weeks into our camping trip. Okay, we gooi this on. Now on our tent we've got a little cover that goes over. It's like a roof section that goes over our tent. Tell me something, what does this say? This is our front door. What does this say? Okay, so for the whole 3 weeks we've had this on backwards, Oaks. And I went around to the back to go and check it out, and effectively the main difference is that this length over here is much longer on the back end, which is this end over here, than the front, so we have to buck a little bit further down to get into our tent. Anyway, I just thought, yeah, that's typical of us. Sometimes ons is bietjie deur die blare, and yeah, you just got to accept it. I'm not going to change it now. It would take too much for me to change it. But so we're going to wear our t-shirt backwards here on this tent for the rest of this camping trip. Yeah, so let me know if something similar has happened to you. You know, sometimes you just got to take it, and it's funny, eh? So you just got to take it, accept it, and enjoy. Live with what you've got.